11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ooh, 15, huh, Sam? Is a moth an animal or is a moth an insect? Because insects are still animals. Let me Google it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy April. I'm so excited for this month. One, because I'm going to Thailand for 3 weeks to see my family and I'm just so excited. I haven't been back since 2023. Just be so nice to see my family and hopefully read some books along the way. The sad part about April is that I have to move out of my current flat of my housemates. Our landlord wants to redo the whole place, so I've started moving things out already, hence why my background is looking so bare. But it's obviously just really sad to have to go through the process of moving out and cleaning, and it's been tiring. I'm hoping to get a bookshelf tour up very soon for you guys, so that will be what my shelves look like now and kind of like how I arranged it the way I did, what books I have on there, which books I have read, haven't read, etc. It was really fun to film with my boyfriend and I'm excited for you to see it, so hopefully that will be coming to you soon. Today I will be picking out my April TBR. I want to do a mixture of romance and fantasy. When I went away in February, I was on a beach most of the time. It was really hot and I didn't want to read a lot of fantasy, but that was what I mainly picked. So then I had to think of some romances last minute that I wanted to pick up. So I want to have a big range this month. Today we're going to be using the TBR prompt cards again from Illumicrate, just because I think they're so fun. Let's pick out our first book. I'll give them a little shuffle. Also, I made a TikTok about having like the best skin of my life, and then because I've been doing so much cleaning, the universe humbled me by like giving me some insanely painful spots. So thank you, universe. For the first prompt, a book by an author you have never read before. I'm in the middle of tidying my room. If you guys have watched my previous videos, I used to have piles of books on the floor here. They're gone. The shelves are empty and there's no more like tall piles on the floor, and as well these shelves are a bit emptier. Oh, and I'm also missing this unit here which actually had more books on it. So yeah, I haven't got as many books to pick from, but the ones I have left here I'm really excited for. This is my prompt. These are my choices. Some of these I have read, but mainly this is my TBR, so this is a good place to start. Initially I'm thinking Bangkok Wakes to Rain by Pichaya Sudbantat, and that's because I'm going to Bangkok and there's something quite nice about reading a Thai author when I'm going to Thailand, so this is one of my options I think for this prompt. I also have The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy by Bridget Knightley. I've never read this author. Oh, I have read Rachel Gillett. I've never read Alex Astor, and this was on my TBR last month. I didn't get around to it, so it could go back onto my TBR for this month as well. Behind here I've got the rest of the Legends of Tesma. I think I'm gonna go with these two for this prompt because I've heard really good things about this book and I've wanted to read this book for ages. For the second book, let's do a quick shuffle. It's so nice and sunny today. Romantasy book. Yay! I love this prompt. So many books on my TBR are romantasy books, so this prompt is perfect. Romantasy book, I think it has to be Rose and Chains. Come on, I adore Julie Soto. This is her new like dark fantasy romance release and it just sounds so good. All the reviews have been hitting the spot and I can't wait to read this. This one comes out in July. I'm quite torn between that one and The Night and the Moth. I think I'm gonna go with this one just because my friends have really convinced me I'm gonna love it, so I think that's an easy pick. Let's do another one. A book you recently purchased. Ooh, I haven't been buying too many books, so this one might be difficult. So I'm looking at my shelves and I genuinely can't remember what books I have recently bought, and I don't think I've really bought that many from like a bookshop, but one of the last books I remember purchasing is Helen Shorer's Fate and Furies, which is book 3 in the Legends of Tesma universe, and I haven't like continued on with the series since I started reading it in January, February. I mean, this is a good time to keep reading it, so I'm gonna put this in my pile. A book with a map. I think I also got this one last month, but so many fantasy books have a map, so this is a good prompt to have. A book with a map. I'm thinking between The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. I posted about this a few days ago on my TikTok, just saying that I feel like the fans that go hard for this series go so hard for it, and yeah, I don't really see it on everyone's like favorites list. Yeah, I'm just really intrigued to see where I fall on like the spectrum of loving it, and I have read Samantha Shannon's other series called Priory of the Orange Tree, so I'm just really intrigued, and yes, it does have a map of Oxford. For this prompt as well, I'm actually still finishing A Fate Forged in Fire, which I put on my TBR for last month. I'm about 80 pages in and I'm really enjoying it, but I'll just marry up to this prompt so I can add it onto my list again. But yeah, this one comes out in May. This one has been out for a few years. Both of them have a map, the map for A Fate Forged in Fire. This might have been the exact prompt that I had for this book, which is why I picked in the first place. I just didn't manage to finish this book in the month of March. For our fifth book, let's see what we get. A book with a colour in the title. I don't know what's gonna fit this. Guys, I'm going through the dregs of what I own because I literally have nothing else here. I've got Blue Sisters, but I've actually already read this. Are any of Brandon Sanderson's? No, none of them. I'm forgetting what a colour even is. 7 Year Slip, Immortal Dark, Road of Bones, Kingdom of Claw, Funny Story, The Emperor of Gladness. None of those. Let's look on the side. Then things went dark. Dark is not a colour, but that might be the closest I can get. Silver Elite. Oh my god, I love you. You're so good. Silver Cloak. Yes. Is silver a colour? Yeah, silver is a colour. Why am I doubting myself? Okay, this is going on my list. This is by L.K. Stephen. It comes out sometime soon, I think. I think this is a fantasy romance. The magic system is fueled by pain and pleasure, so this will be a really intriguing one to get into. You know what? We're on a roll. Let's do a sixth book. Why not? A book with an animal in the title. I don't know. A book with an animal in the title. I've got The Serpent and the Wings of Night, which actually I did get halfway through last year and then just stopped. I was even tabbing it. I don't know what happened. But at this point I feel like I might need to reread the whole thing. I'm also just like not too interested in going back to it. A lot of people haven't liked the third book in the series by Carissa Broadbent, and that just like puts me off a little because people went so hard for this first book that when I see like interest kind of dropping off and people saying the later books aren't as good, I'm just like not that interested to go back to it. The other book that I'm thinking for this prompt, The Knight and the Moth. Is a moth an animal or is a moth an insect? And does it matter? Because insects are still animals. Let me Google it. Is a moth an animal? Yes, a moth is an animal. Specifically, it's an insect. Okay, well, it's gonna be The Knight and the Moth then for this prompt. I don't know why I was thinking too hard about it. Like, of course, a moth is an animal. But for a second there, I was confused. 7 is our lucky number, so let's pick a 7th book. A book that is a sequel to one you have read before. This is also a good one. I feel like sometimes I leave series kind of half finished, and so this is a good reminder to go back and finish those series. Sequel to a book I've read before, so this would have been a good one for Fate and Furies, but it's fine. The only romance book, because I actually haven't been able to pick up that much romance from this TBR. These prompts are very fantasy heavy, I feel. I've got Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver. This is the sequel to Butcher and Blackbird, which I personally really loved. It's a dark romance centering around these two serial killers. I don't know what happened. I was going to go straight onto this one, which I guess I did because I'm on page 60, and then I just stopped reading it. So shall we put this on my April TBR? Guys, I completely forgot I brought this book from home. So if you know the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana, you know that this is the ultimate cozy fantasy book. This book made me feel seen. It made me feel so warm inside. This book felt like hot chocolate and a hug. And Sangu Mandana is confirmed one of my favorite authors, even though I've only read this book from her. So I was so excited when I got the kind of like, it's not a sequel, but it's a standalone, hopefully set in the same universe. Like, look at them, even the covers are pretty similar in vibe. And this one is called A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. It comes out in July, and it's about this witch. She's lost her spark and she runs this really quirky inn. She used to be the most powerful witch in Britain, but then she resurrected her great aunt from the very recently dead, lost most of her powers, and then befriended a semi-villainous talking fox and was exiled from her guild. Now she helps her auntie Jasmine run an enchanted inn in Lancashire. Lancashire? Where is this? Somewhere in the UK. And she deals with quirky guests, shenanigans, and longs for a future that seems lost until one day a really hot, handsome, magical historian comes along and might be the key to her restoring her power. It just sounds so cute. And also something that made me so excited to read this is that they put one of my quotes on the back. So I got to be part of the proof. They were like, do you want to give a quote about how excited you are to read this book? And I was like, absolutely. So I put, my schedule is clear. Don't call me, don't text me. I will be reading my most anticipated cozy fantasy read of the year. Oh my god, it's so cute. So yeah, I mean, this one isn't a sequel, but it is one that I've really been looking forward to, and it's a companion. So shall I add both of these on there? I'm also almost halfway through Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. This is the sequel to Phantasma. I mean, I'm still finishing it off in April and it fits the prompt, so I'm gonna add this one onto like my official TBR as well to finish. I'm in a fun mood, so let's pick another one. This will be my last one, I promise. A book that is a first in a series. I like this one a lot because I've had some series that I have really wanted to start, so this is a really good excuse. I have quite a few of these, so one being the book that I didn't finish from my February and my March TBR, so this is literally the final month, otherwise I'm not going to be very impressed with myself, but that is A Song of Legends Lost by M.H. Ayinde. It is officially out at the end of this month, so I really need to finish it so I can get you guys like a review on it. It's an epic fantasy. It's set in this kingdom where only those of noble blood can summon the spirits of their ancestors into battle. Has a really interesting concept, a really well developed and thought out world, and I'm just really enjoying it, but I haven't finished it. I had so many books on my March TBR and I just didn't get to this one. For some other firsts in the series, I'm kind of drawn to Blood Like Magic by Liselle Sambury. This is one that I've wanted to start for a while. I'm actually not sure if this is in a series, so let me look this up quickly. Is it a series? It's a duology! Oh my god, perfect. And then the other one I was thinking of was called The Blood Trials by N.E. Davenport. Also one I've had on my TBR for a while, but not sure if it's part of a series. Let me Google this. Yes, there is a sequel and it's called The Blood Gift. Okay, which one should I pick, or should I pick both? I think I'm drawn more to Blood Like Magic. I'm just in a more magical mood this month. This one is going on the pile. I'm really excited to start this. I don't think I have enough romance on this list so far, so I'm thinking about adding on Fragile Sanctuary, which is part of the Sparrow Falls series, and it's highly rated by Elsie Silver, and I've literally just finished all of her Chestnut Springs series, which is so sad because I have been reading at least one Chestnut Springs book since December, and this will be my first month where I've like finished them now. Finished Hopeless last month and I'm feeling a bit hopeless, so maybe this one can go on there. I've heard really good things and it's not too long. I'm also thinking of starting Wild Love by Elsie Silver, but I might save that for May, or just try and get a Kindle copy so I can start it on there. Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood, and yeah, I haven't read this. I read Deep End in March. I actually really enjoyed it. I'm excited to share more of my thoughts on that one, but this one I've heard there's going to be a follow-up book and it's called something like Problematic Summer Romance. So I want to read this one before that one comes out in July, and also just because I love Ali Hazelwood and it's always nice to read one of her books, so I'm going to add this one as well. My final list is Bangkok Wakes to Rain by Pichiasud Bantat, The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, Fate and Furies by Helen Shearer, Rose in Chains by Julie Soto, Summer in the City by Alex Astor, Silver Cloak by L.K. Stephen, A Fate Forged in Fire by Hazel McBride. This one I'm finishing off from last month. Enchantra by Kaylee Smith, finishing off from last month. A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangu Mandana. Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver. The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. Why have I picked so many, guys? I didn't realise I was picking so many. Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. Fragile Sanctuary by Catherine Cowell. Blood Like Magic by Liselle Sambury. And A Song of Legends Lost by M.H. Ayinde. I didn't realise I picked this many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ooh, 15, huh Sam? I can't take 15 to Thailand, so this would be an interesting one. I am halfway through at least 3 of these books, so I think I'll be okay. But let's see how I get on at the end of the month. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed picking out my April TBR with me. I found this a lot of fun. I'm also really excited for the books I'm going to be reading this month. I'm interested to see how many I get through from this pile and if I accidentally pick up any other books, because I feel like in February I set out to read maybe like 10 books and I did read 10, but a few of them weren't from the TBR list, so I like to just like have this as a rough guide, and if I venture off of it then it's fine. I'm hoping everything calms down after I get back from Thailand in May. But you can catch me on Instagram, TikTok, Goodreads, all of that good stuff, and I also have a book club on Fable if you want to join me over there. Thank you guys so much for watching.